اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آله في هذه الساعة كل الإسراء وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Imam Jaffar Sadiq A.S was born in Medina on the 17th of Rabiul in the year of 82 Hijrah. His father was the fifth Imam, Imam Muhammad al-Baqir A.S, and his
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
And his mother was Bibi Farwa. In the Imam's ability to consider both worldly and religious duties within his life, he presents himself the ideal role model. The Imam is central to Shia belief and is widely acknowledged to be the base for education in Islam. The Imam Jaffar Sadiq Islam's earliest
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
His earliest contributions to Shiism was his fight against the concept of man and God being even remotely related, which was a Christian concept that influenced early Muslims in this time. This concept, along with the strong presence of atheism, created a very non-serious attitude towards God in Imam's time. Imam Jaffar Sadiq A.S. set to changing the Muslim concept of man dedicating himself to the tenets of religion and ignoring material tasks. He emphasizes that a balance in religious and worldly duty is a must. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Imam Jaffar Sadiq A.S. was key in protecting Muslim philosophy and thought against the popular onslaught of the Greek and Alexandrian philosophies in the Muslim world. These philosophies revolved around the concept of man's oneness with God, which completely opposed the accepted Islamic view of God's oneness. Imam Jaffar Sadiq A.S. opposed these philosophies using his knowledge of the universe to exemplify God's greatness. Imam Jaffar Sadiq A.S. was a very diverse human being. He obtained knowledge far ahead of his time in subjects ranging from psychology to physics. Imam Jaffar Sadiq was the first man to refute the theory of Ptolemy, which stated that the earth was the center of the universe. Ptolemy theorized that the sun had only two sets of motion. One that suggested that the sun goes around the earth in one day and in one night. The other stated that the sun took 1 year to revolve around the earth. The Imam, at the mere age of 11, revealed that the center of our solar system was in fact the sun. Certain Western historians are incorrect in stating that the Imam's teachings were simply translations of earlier Greek and Persian texts, as the Imam corrected the theories in these texts and taught them in his schools long before they were translated into Arabic.
Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
The Imam was also responsible for the original Big Bang Theory, which he called the origin of the universe. Modern theory has only recently discovered that the universe is in a constant state of expansion, an expansion that originated from the diversification caused by the splitting of the very first particle, also known as the God particle. The Imam had originated this very theory nearly 12 centuries ago, long before modern technology could assist in observation required to unveil this information. The Imam also refused Aristotle's theory on the elements. In this theory, Aristotle states that the universe is comprised of 4 basic elements: fire, earth, wind, and water. In response to this theory, the Imam says, "I wonder how a man like Aristotle could say that in the world there are only 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and earth. The earth is not an element. It contains many elements such as metal. Each metal which is in the earth is an element. At the mere age of 12, the Imam pointed out that within each of these supposed elements exist numerous elements. Lack of modern-day diagnostic instruments prevented him from digging deeply into the composition of these elements, but his thoughts were corroborated by science less than 200 years ago.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
The popularity of Imam Jaffar Sadiq A.S. posed a great threat to the Abbasid Caliph al-Mansur, as he speculated that the Imam worked to diminish his authority. He placed the Imam under house arrest numerous of times and forced the closing of the Medina Academy. To destroy the influence of the Imam in the field of religion, al-Mansur and his successors encouraged sectarianism. It is these actions that led to the factions of Islam we see today and the violence we see today. So,
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
many new schools of Islamic jurisprudence appeared in that time, were thoroughly supported by them. However, the Caliph could not find a single person in the Muslim world to replace the Imam as a teacher, as his understandings of math and sciences was far too vast. The Caliph spent large sums of money importing books from a variety of subjects from all around the world. Soon, the names of Plato, Socrates, and Aristotle became well known in the East. Their philosophies and teachings dominated the Muslim imagination and thought for thousands of years. The Imam was poisoned by al-Mansur in a prison, and his contributions to the field of science and philosophy were unjustly credited to the Greek. As a result, the world lost more than 1,000 years of knowledge, as the science that was introduced by the Imam was only discovered recently in the 17th and 18th centuries. Imam Jaffar Sadiq A.S.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
dedicated his life to the message of Ahlul Bayt and establishing the intellectual identity of Muslims. His contributions to science is an example of how Islam and science go hand in hand. The Imam's dedication to education emphasizes the value of Islam, the value of knowledge. It stems from the infallible bloodline and his links to the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
And Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
As youth, we all need to aspire to follow in his footsteps and achieve success in life on earth and hereafter. It is best and most highest tribute not only to Imam Jaffar Sadiq A.S, but also to his mother Bibi Fatima Zahra A.S and his father Hazrat Ali A.S.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
हमारे कोई भी इमाम कुदरती मौत से इस दुनिया से नहीं गए. हमारे ज़्यादातर इमामों को जहर दिया गया. इमाम जाफर सादिक A.S को भी जहर दिया गया. एक मौलाना फरमाते हैं कि जब मैं पहली बार ईरान गया तो मैंने बहुत दूर से गरीबुल गुरबा का रोज़ा देखा तो उसकी गुंबद चमक रही थी. तो उन्होंने कहा कि या इमाम, किसी ज़माने में गरीब होंगे आप, लेकिन आज आप गरीब नहीं हैं.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
और फिर उन्होंने सुना कि मौला अली बहुत गरीब थे. कुएं में मुंह डाल के कहते थे कि ऐ कुएं, मेरे फातिमा के बाद कोई नहीं रह गया. मगर जब मैंने मौला का रोज़ा देखा, भीड़ देखी, मैंने कहा मौला आप भी तब गरीब थे, लेकिन अब गरीब नहीं. असगरी ऐन के रोज़े पे भी लोगों का रश देखा. हज़रत मूसा काज़म के रोज़े पे मैंने कहा आज आप गरीब नहीं. और फिर मैंने पढ़ा कि आशूर के दिन बड़े गरीब थे इमाम हुसैन. इमाम हुसैन ने तो गुर्बत का इस्तिग़ासा भी किया, कोई है मेरे गरीब की मदद करने वाला. लेकिन जब मेरे इमाम के रोज़े पे हज़ारों अज़ादार देखे, मैंने कहा मौला आज आप गरीब नहीं हैं. लेकिन जब मैं पहली दफ़ा मदीना गया और जन्नतुल बकी में गया, میں نے کہا کہ دنیا میں اگر کوئی غریب ہے تو حسین کی ماں، حسن مشتبہ، سید سجاد، باقر العلوم اور امام جعفر صادق علیہ السلام، جن کی قبروں پہ نشان بھی نہیں ہے، جن کی قبروں پہ کوئی چراغ بھی نہیں۔ امام جعفر صادق علیہ السلام اتنے غریب تھے کہ امام جعفر صادق کو اگر کوئی سلام کرتا تو اس کو کوڑے پڑتے کہ کیوں تو نے سلام کیا۔ امام جعفر صادق کی زندگی کے آخری لمحوں میں جب امام موسیٰ کاظم سرحانے تھے تو امام صادق نے فرمایا کہ موسیٰ میرے لال کیوں رو رہے ہو؟ کم سے کم میں مدینہ میں ہوں، میرے لال میرا سر تمہارے زانوں پہ ہے تو کیوں روتے ہو؟ میرے پاس ادھر میرے نانا رسول خدا آئے ہیں، امیر المومنین آئے ہیں، دادی زہرا آئی ہیں، بابا درست ہے سب آئے ہیں، مگر بابا مجھے چھوڑ کے جا رہے ہیں۔ ادھر میں کہتا ہوں ہاں آپ کے آقا آپ مدینہ میں ہیں، ہاں آپ کے زانوں پہ آپ کے بابا کا سر ہے۔ ہائے میرے فورت امام، جب زین العابدین کو بابا کی لاش کو دفنانے بھی نہیں دیا گیا، خیموں کو جلا دیا گیا، امام حسین کی لاش بے غور و کفن کربلا کی جلتی بھی ریت پہ چھوڑ دیا گیا، اور امام زین العابدین یہ حسرت لے کے قیدی بن کر شام روانہ ہو گئے۔
یا حسین